Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome here in the sanctuary. Welcome online to the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg. This is our Sunday worship service. We're on land stolen from the Tocobaga and Seminole indigenous Americans. My name is Ben Atherton Zeman. My pronouns are he and they, and I'm the minister here. Christians continue to mark Advent this week, even though I've run out of chocolate in the Advent calendar. Jews begin Hanukkah next week, and tomorrow Buddhists celebrate the anniversary of the Buddha's enlightenment. Say that 10 times fast. The Buddha's enlightenment. We'll have music today by the Bell Choir. Hymns are being led by Todd Wellman, and I'm really excited. The worship service is entitled "When Hope is Hard to Find," and our worship associate is Emily Chavie. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning. Thanks, Ben. My name is Emily. My pronouns are she and her. If you want a church, I'm sorry, I messed up already. Where trans lives are sacred, where we say gay, I have good news. You may have found your church home.
Thanks, Emily. We have 4 announcements this morning. Food contributions will take place this week and next. There's helpful signs on the wagon there, and you can bring them to the front, you can bring them to the back. Dick McRobert is not here today, but please leave any items you brought, and I see many of you brought them, in the donation bins. And the insert in your order of service will give you more details, and if you're like, oh, I didn't bring anything, you can bring it next week.
It's the first Sunday of the month, so the LGBTQIA+ brunch will take place at 12:15 at Three Birds Tavern. See Chris McDonald for details.
Is Chris here? There's Chris McDonald. I have an apology. Robert Wallace's treasurer's report, that's not the apology. My apology is it's not in the order of service. I'm very excited for Robert Wallace's treasurer report, and we're going to have it just before Joys and Sorrows. That's announcement number 3. Sorry we didn't get it in there, Robert. And announcement 4 is UU St. Pete's roof project is beginning, weather permitting, tomorrow. I know. The crew is going to do a thorough clean of the ramp entrance, and there will be signs rerouting people if needed.
Please read the rest of your announcements in your order of service, in our monthly newsletter, and on TV in Gilmore during coffee hour.
Now I see some new faces, so I'm going to let you know that as Unitarian Universalists, we have a diverse array of beliefs, of spiritual beliefs, of beliefs in divinity, and I'll get into that more later. But we do share a common faith that every being is worthy of love, that what we do in this world matters, and that we're connected. We're connected to one another. We're connected to the earth. So whoever you are and wherever you are in your journey, you are welcome here. And that's my line too. Allow me to give a special welcome to any newcomers. So if you're new to UU St. Pete, you want to give a wave? And I know at least one of you is new. Good to see you. One of you is new, but thank you, Ruby. Thank you for waving. One of you is new but was here like 40 years ago, so that's cool. And usually what we do at this point is I bring a microphone out and you have the option of introducing yourselves, but there is a lot going on today, so we'll wait until next week for that.
All right. Thank you for silencing your cell phones. Regarding masks, we encourage you to wear one as you are comfortable. Oh, now is the time for us to turn and greet our neighbors. Say hello to someone new, and please remember to get consent if you're going to hug or shake hands.
Please join me in singing our children to their classes.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Now please rise as you are willing and able for our first hymn. It's Come Sing a Song With Me, and it's number 346 in the gray hymnal. See if you can recognize the title of today's worship service in the lyrics.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Please remain standing for our chalice lighting. Before Kat Lee lights our chalice, I will read some words from my colleague, UU Reverend Joe Cherry. And after those words, we will say our covenant out loud. Those words can be found in your order of service.
As we gather together for worship this morning, being both near and far, we light our chalice as we do each week. It is a symbol of our faith.
A single candle flame in a dark space illuminates a person in silhouette. May its light be a beacon of hope for the many, those who feel lost, those who feel threat, those who feel tired, those who are uncertain.
May our beacon of hope help you find home, help you find safe, give you respite, and honor your searching mind and spirit.
And now let's say our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. You may be seated, except for our amazing and hardworking treasurer, Rob Wallace.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for gathering today and for the many ways that you contribute to the life of this Unitarian Universalist community. I'd like to offer a brief but important update on our congregation's financial health as we move further into this fiscal year. As of now, 40% of our fiscal year has passed, and we've received about 40% of our total pledges that were budgeted for the year. Thank you. We are so happy that we are totally on track, for our budgeted pledges make up about 80% of our church income for this fiscal year. This means that overall, we are keeping pace with our pledge commitments, something that reflects the dedication and reliability of this community. This is a strong indicator of how deeply our members value this congregation, its ministries, and its presence in the world that I personally believe needs our UU message of compassion, justice, and shared humanity more than ever. So please give yourself a hand. At the same time, we're facing a few financial challenges. What is a UU message without some mixed results? Other areas of our budgeted income, such as additional contributions, building use rental fees, and our Sunday offerings, are all below what we've budgeted. These sources are a vital part of sustaining our mission, keeping our building open, supporting our staff, funding our social justice work, and maintaining the programs that nurture both our spirits and strengthen our community. So I want to propose an option that might be helpful for some of our members. For those who are 70 years old and a half or older, a qualified charitable distribution contribution, or QCD, allows individuals to donate directly from a taxable IRA to charitable organizations that include this congregation. This contribution can count towards one's required minimum distribution and may reduce taxable income for the calendar year of 2025. I have a link for anyone that's interested that will further explain this type of contribution, or you should talk with your financial advisor. If this applies to you or to someone you know, this can be a meaningful, tax-effective way to uphold the values and the ministries that ground our shared faith. And now for a small UU-style invitation for the collective congregation. Imagine if each of us were to skip one pleasure, or in my case, 2 to 4 Starbucks coffees before the end of the year, and instead contribute these dollars to our congregation. Taken individually, it's a tiny sacrifice. But woven together, as we constantly do in this community, these small acts of generosity would make a significant difference in reducing our overall budget deficit. Unitarian Universalism teaches us that we are interdependent, woven together in a single fabric of mutual care. Our stewardship is not merely financial, it is spiritual. It is a reflection of our commitment to building a community rooted in love, justice, equity, and hope. I am also seeking a committed member of our community to serve as the assistant treasurer. Someone who may feel called upon to support the stewardship that financially sustains our shared ministry. This role is not merely administrative. It is an expression of our Unitarian Universalist values of shared leadership, transparency, and collective responsibility. The assistant treasurer would work closely with the treasurer and the finance committee to help track contributions, assist with reporting, and ensure that our resources are managed with care and integrity. If you may have an interest in finance, a spirit in collaboration, and a desire to help strengthen the foundation that supports our worship, justice work, and community life, I invite you to consider stepping into this important and fulfilling role. I'll be glad to speak with anybody who may be curious or simply wants to learn more. One other topic to discuss with you is our methodology for giving is changing. With the recommendation from the Finance Committee and the approval of the Board of Trustees, we will be changing the software for giving to the church from Vanco to Breeze. This change will be introduced in the second half of this fiscal year. It will reduce our fee structure, will be more transparent for the pledger, and help simplify the accounting processes within the church. I personally took it for a test drive and found the software pretty easy to use, able to set up a giving schedule, and I can immediately see my total pledge so far this year in its dashboard tile. We will be setting up a table to show users how to sign up and utilize in the new calendar year. So thank you for everything you give, your time, your energy, your presence, and of course your financial support. Together, we sustain this sanctuary for all who walk through its doors. Finally, I will take my pie charts, which are on that wall right there, and computer, and will meet with anybody who would like to discuss the financial income or expenses in more detail. We can meet in the entranceway of the sanctuary from 11:30 to noon, or I think it's called the narthex. Thank you.
Please join me in thanking Robert Wallace. Assistant Treasurer, I know you're out there somewhere. We come to the time in our worship service for joys, sorrows, and concerns. And those of you on YouTube Live, you're not here physically, but your presence is felt. So please type your joys, your sorrows, your concerns into the text chat. Sophie sends them to me, and so we are all thinking of you. If you have one, there's still time to write it on a card, and or you can send it to me during the week, and you can bring the card up, or have somebody near you bring the card up to Emily or myself. Do you want to take the next? Bottom of page 8? 6.
Yes, I don't know who's doing it.
Oh, you have all the cards, okay. Right now, Christine Churowski will place a stone in the water for each one that was submitted this week. And
yeah, if you have any additional cards that you've filled out, please bring them up to me at this time or to Ben.
I'll come.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, first, a stone of concern for Rachel Williams for the 300 plus people still in Alligator Alcatraz. They have no representation and some have disappeared without notice. Even state legislatures cannot get in to see them. A second joy of stone. Ian and Rachel are headed down today to join the demonstration at the prison gate. Please excuse them for leaving early as they are worried about Florida traffic.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Rachel. A stone of deep sorrow from Sandra Lewis. Her mom, Jean, passed away last Sunday. Thankfully, Sandra was with her. And then an additional stone of gratitude that she was Sandra's mom. Sandra went to Williams Park this week to feed unhoused people. She walked around the park with a sign that said, "I need a hug." She got a lot of hugs and some kind words.
Each week we appreciate someone or someones who have worked hard to accomplish our mission. This week we have a stone of joy for Ross, Michael, Robert, and everyone else who helped decorate our sanctuary in Gilmore Hall for the holidays.
Now, Robert and Ross tell me that they were mere carriers out of the vision, and then it's Michael Rowe. Where's Michael? That was the brainchild behind this. Michael's not here. Thank you, Michael Rowe.
Thank you, Michael.
A stone of joy and gratitude for the president of our Unitarian Universalist Association. That's Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt. And another stone for our UUA staff and leaders, especially the staff from the UUA Southern Region office. And some of you have asked me why we do this. I can think of 3 reasons. One, it helps keep in mind our affiliation with our wider denomination. 2, it gets us in the business of being thankful for their leadership. And 3, it reminds us we're not alone.
All right, I have a stone of sorrow from Gerald Ann Schott. A stone of sorrow for my dear friend's father, Scott, who died way too young from cancer.
I'm so sorry. A stone of joy from that very same Ian Goddard. 6 years ago, Rachel Williams married me, he says, in the Beverly, Massachusetts Library bookmobile. Happy anniversary, you guys.
A stone of joy from Deb Pierce. Got to see grandkids' elementary school holiday extravaganza and buy their art, overpriced as it was. LOL. See masterpieces on my Facebook.
A stone of sorrow from Jerry Humphrey Gates. Jerry says, my sister-in-law, Linda, the stone of sorrow is for her. Please keep Linda in your hearts. We raised our children together. Now she is facing her end of life.
Do you have any?
That's it. And the final stone of joy is, I know who it's from. It doesn't say. It's from Ron, because it says, happy 70th birthday to my husband, Russ Lipari. Happy birthday, Russ. Wishing you many happy returns. And let's place one more stone, and that's for those joys and sorrows that remain in our hearts. Sometimes they're too tender to be spoken out loud. For time, we're not going to say the longer community covenant, but it is still lovely and still worth reading, so feel free to read it to yourself. Part of it is in your order of service. And in the meantime, may all of us find a comforting and compassionate presence in the warmth of fellowship, in the warmth of community, because the mystery is that we're connected even when we feel apart. So let's rejoice for this community that makes of the many one, and let us take about a minute of silence together.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Emily Chavie. In 2007, my life changed forever. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, bipolar 1. So I'm going to talk a little bit about hope today in reference to that. My life was quite normal before this, and ever since then, I've had to be on medication. And the one time I was off my medication, I pretty much ruined my life, so I'm never doing that again. I went off the meds probably about 2014, a little after I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida in 2013, and then in 2014, 14 about, I went off my medications because I thought I was doing really well, and I was at the time. At first, being in Florida was like a dream. I really love living here, still do. But when I'm depressed, it's not so great. So I thought maybe it was Florida, but I think it's just me. Because I had good times in Minnesota, and then I moved to Florida, and I actually just yesterday, I finished my Florida, Minnesota tattoo on my arm. So it gives me hope to live here in Florida, especially because of Minnesota for the winter. You know what Minnesota winters are. I actually lived up in Duluth and had to scrape, I was just telling someone this last night, ice off my window that was about this thick because I was by Lake Superior, so very cold, very icy. Anyway, moving on with hope. I have a dream and hope of opening my own private practice someday. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I worked at a place that was similar to what I want to open, but I want to make it even better than there. It's holistic. There's psychiatrists and therapists, and it's kind of like a combination of things, kind of like what I do for myself, which is I get massages, I go to the chiropractor, I do therapy, I do psychiatry, I like to get pedicures, I like going in hot tubs a lot and swimming. I'm a Reiki energy healer, level 1 only, I have to go for more. So anyways, doing all of those things, acupuncture, which I don't really do, but I'd like to do more, and salt caves, stuff like that. So all of these things help me find hope when I'm feeling despair. And then music is the other thing, which I'm going to get to. But I provide therapy to people of all ages. I'm also a care manager / case manager for an insurance company, healthcare company, which I'm a little worried about with all the cuts to Medicare, or Medicaid, I mean. But hopefully that will all work out okay. But in my roles, I believe that I bring my clients and members hope. Hope is a big thing for me. I'll talk about tattoo just for another second. I didn't put this in here, but my very first tattoo is hope. It was my first one on my entire body, and I've got a lot since, but hope was the first, and I said, I'm never gonna get another one. That's all I need is hope. But it turns out I needed a lot more. I work from a holistic and solution-focused mindset, which helps, I think, bring hope to people for the future. I often don't follow my own advice, unfortunately, and I struggle like my clients do. But I have learned never to go off my medication, unless it is directly advised from my doctor, which it was once before, and I'm never doing that again. My doctor now is better, I think, than before. I think that medication saved my life. I honestly do. Being stable and on the appropriate medications brings me hope and adds joy to my life. Hope is all that we have in moments when we're feeling despair, deep sadness, grief. Grief for Ruth Bentley. I went yesterday, it was very emotionally moving, but hope gets us through, right? The hope that that person is with us forever. Hope that things are going to get better in life. Last time I was worship associate, I sang The Climb, which is my favorite song, and I think it's about hope and your journey, right? The journey in life. Well, music saves me too, and even when I'm feeling down and depressed, I still listen to the music, and it still brings me hope, even though I'm still not feeling, it doesn't make me feel like magically better, but it brings me hope. And next week, I'm going to be singing a song called Flashlight, because we're still in the theme of hope next week, so I'll be singing that song, so you all will hear that. I wanted to sing it today, but it just didn't work out, but it's okay. But too much in one day, so it's good to spread it out. In my life, hope has kept me alive. When all hope seems lost, there's something in my brain that keeps me alive. I feel hope because I faded into the darkest times and I came through. Ella, my daughter, my adorable 3-year-old, she gives me hope. My friends, my family give me hope. This congregation gives me hope. The people here give me hope. Coming to this church gives me hope. Music gives me hope. Being a part of UU St. Pete gives me hope. And like I said earlier, the right medication gives me hope. And I think this time I might have actually done it. I really hope. So all of these things are here for me when hope is hard to find. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning. We present a familiar piece, Shedrick, also known as Carol of the Bells now. And I'd just like to say, if you would like to join us, whether it's the bell choir, and especially the singing choir for Christmas Eve service at 5 p.m., we are rehearsing this coming Saturday at 1 p.m. and on the 23rd at 6 p.m. So it would be lovely for you to join us. We're mostly singing familiar Christmas carols. I'd love to meet you.
Thank you, Bell Choir. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Emily. We subscribe to Soul Matters, and we figure out collectively themes for the month, and the theme for December is choosing hope. I'll begin and end my reflection with words from the ever-inspiring Reverend Michelle Collins. In times when despair feels reasonable and cynicism seems wise, we gather to practice radical hope, not passive waiting, but active defiance against forces that would diminish our humanity. Together we choose hope as resistance, imagination as rebellion, and love as our most revolutionary act. Come, let us worship today. Some of you raised your hands that you're new today, and I said I'd come back to this. Our church, specifically, and our congregation in general, do not require a specific set of beliefs in any kind of supreme being, in any kind of afterlife. But we do focus on helping make this world a better place and on staying connected with one another while doing so. And one of the ways we stay connected is through our community. Another is by finding hope, especially when hope is hard to find. This year, most likely, each one of us will have moments where, like Emily, we feel discouraged, we feel despair. And during these times, it may be harder than ever to find hope. If and when this happens to you, please remember this moment. Please reach out. Please remember to come to this community so we can remind you that there is hope. Emily keeps hope alive, and she's had a very hard life. She's been brave enough to share some of it this month and last month. Yet I admire you, Emily, because you have a long list of things that bring you hope, that remind you about hope. You listed music, you listed your daughter Ella, the right medication, works for me too. The knowledge that you came through even the hardest times. Also your family, also your friends, and also us, the people in this congregation. Now, yesterday was a busy day for many of us here. Some of us had a delightful trip to Michael Rowe's in Lakeland, where we walked around a nature preserve, then had lunch at Michael's place. Emily Chavie, who's watching from home today, took her turn as a volunteer escort, as many of you do, at the Bread and Roses Women's Health Clinic in Clearwater. Then at 4 o'clock, as Emily mentioned, this room was filled with so many people celebrating the life of our beloved Ruth Bentley. And then last night I spent some time with Bianca Hatton's new baby, Troy. I was walking around the nature preserve when Emily Chavie texted me. She wrote, "Bread and Roses is just awful today. They are using megaphones and it's really getting to me." Now, for those of you who don't know, many of us volunteer to escort patients to their appointments, including appointments for abortion care at the Bread and Roses clinic. And we do it because from the moment the patients open their car door to the moment they get to the front door of the clinic, and it's not very far, but for those 20 feet or so, they are bombarded by people yelling at them. Anti-choice protesters yell racist, misogynist words and phrases, sometimes bringing the patients and their children to tears. And Emily reported that happened yesterday. With such opposition, one might ask, why do we volunteer as escorts? And the answers vary. We do so because it's needed. We do so because it's the right thing to do. But for me, I volunteer at Bread and Roses, wearing my clerical collar, because I am called to do so by this faith tradition. Now remember, as Unitarian Universalist, faith is not defined as a belief in a specific supreme being, or even the conviction that there is a supreme being. Various folks join this congregation for a variety of reasons, and you'll meet a handful of them who are joining today in just a few minutes. I personally joined the UU denomination a couple decades ago for two reasons. It was a supportive and progressive community, and it was a place where I could take action against injustice grounded in a faith tradition. Rachel and Ian already have left, it seems. They're headed to Alligator Alcatraz to bear witness to injustices committed by our government. And Robert said it's our responsibility not just to financially support, but to spiritually support this congregation and our mission. Our denomination has a history of siding with love, a tradition of centering voices that have been silenced or marginalized, a practice of bringing hope when hope is hard to find. And we take these actions not for political reasons, but for theological ones. We take these actions because of our belief in the principles that Robert told us about: interdependence, justice, love. We take these actions as part of our faith that we can build a world where equity and generosity are the norm. German theologian Jürgen Moltmann says that faith, wherever it develops into hope, causes not rest, but unrest. Not patience, but impatience. It does not calm the unquiet heart, but is itself this unquiet heart in all of us. And those who hope, Moltmann says, can no longer put up with reality as it is, but begin to suffer under it, to contradict it. Moltmann says hope means conflict with the world, for the goad of the promised future stabs inexorably into the flesh of every unfulfilled present. I wish I knew what the original German was for that. Isn't that a turn of phrase? The goad of the promised future stabs inexorably into the flesh of every unfulfilled present. The Soul Matters curriculum for this month, the dominant message are about hope. The day is on its way. Justice and joy are growing in the womb and will soon be born. And hope from this point of view is a voice that reassures, a welcomed whisper that says, yes, the sky may be dark now. It actually is dark now. Yes, the road you're on at this moment may be hard, but trust me, just over that horizon, there's a new world waiting for us all. And this soothing message comes to us as a gift. During dark days, we all get tired. Some of us face despair. The fruits of our efforts are hard to see. We feel small. We feel alone. So the promise that things will change offers us relief. And we're released from the burden of believing that it's all up to me, or that it all must be solved now. It's a beautiful message. It's a needed message. And, as Moltmann and others remind us, it's only half of what hope is trying to whisper. It will be different. It also shouts, it should be different, and it can be different. Yes, it speaks soothing words about trusting and waiting, but it also takes the form of a holy impatience that declares enough is enough, the time is now. In other words, hope doesn't just in the future, it also changes who we are in the present. And when we believe that a new day is possible, we don't just sit down and wait to see what happens. We get up and go out to meet the light. When hope convinces us that there are unseen forces working for the good, we begin to look around more closely. Where are the unseen forces? And in doing so, we notice that darkness and pain are not all that there is. When hope's holy impatience, as if we are worthy of that new day now, which in turn changes others by convincing them that we all have waited long enough. Bottom line, listening to hope makes you dangerous, not just soothed. It doesn't relieve us of duty as much as it reminds us that reality is more complex, unruly, and open to change than the pompously powerful want us to believe. Yes, hope reassures, but it also emboldens. It doesn't just offer us a promise, it gives us a push. But all this only happens if we listen fully. So maybe the most important question of this month, and it's the question we'll answer in time with the minister, is, are we listening to everything that hope has to say? Are we listening when Emily Chavie escorts patients to the clinic? Are we listening when Rachel and Ian represent us at Alligator Alcatraz? Are we listening when Michael Rowe welcomes us to his home? Hope is present as we mourn the loss of our beloved Ruth Bentley. And hope is present as we welcome baby Troy to the world. I spent a little bit of time with baby Troy yesterday so that Bianca and Ben could have a break. And I just started talking to Troy. I just started singing to her. I told her that I loved her, told her she was surrounded by love, that her parents were wonderful beings, that she was lucky to have them, even as they were lucky to have her. I sang to her and I promised to help shape a world where she could be safe, where she could be held, where she could be free. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll sing a song of love and a rose in the winter time. John Motter stood here yesterday and reminded us that we often overlook the small ways we create change in the world. It's a little drop of water here and a little drop of water there, but when you put a bucket underneath that faucet, all those drops start to add up, John says, into bucket after bucket after bucket. That was Mom's impact, John said. Steady, consistent, accumulating into something immeasurable. I'll close with more words from Reverend Michelle Collins. I invite you to enter into a space of prayer or meditation, whichever best suits your expression of faith. Spirit of life, we come carrying the burden of our own discouragements, the job that didn't work out, the relationship that ended, the dream deferred once again. Some mornings it feels easier to stay in bed than face another day of uncertainty. Yet here we are, gathered in this place that reminds us hope is not a feeling we wait for, but a choice we make. Hold gently, Spirit of life, those among us who struggle to find reasons for hope, whose depression whispers lies about their worth, whose anxiety paints tomorrow's fearful colors. Grant us patience, Spirit of life, with our own healing and compassion for our stumbling toward wholeness. May we learn that hope is not the absence of struggle, but the decision to keep moving through it. Help us remember that even our smallest moves forward matter, that courage comes not from feeling brave, but from acting despite fear. May we find hope in unexpected places, in the kindness of strangers, and our own capacity to survive in this community that holds us when we cannot hold ourselves. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be.
We eat fruit from trees planted long before we were born. May we plant seeds that bear fruit long after we're gone. In the sanctuary, the offering will be given and received.
Thank you for your patience. That which is given in love is received with great joy. Thank you for your donations. At this point, I want to invite all new members to come forward from this previous membership class, along with any members of the membership team. Gigi Kalsa is here from our Board of Trustees. Now, these are folks who have taken our new member class and satisfied the requirements to join UU St. Pete as a member. If you or someone you know is interested in joining, see me or Gigi. Our next class is Saturday, January 24th. And it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
As chair of the Interdependence, to embrace the principles that guide each one of us and invite us to become our best selves.
All of us are energized by your commitment to our congregation, and each one of you, brings a unique experience and perspective of what it means to be part of a spiritual community. You challenge us to continue our search for truth and meaning, and to be part of the interdependent web where we respect and value each other.
We invite you to view today as a first step. Seek to continue your journey to become wholeheartedly engaged in the many aspects of our community that call to you and serve others. We will reach out to you and ask that you reach out to us, individually and collectively.
Many thanks for putting your trust in our congregation. We welcome you with open arms. Here at UU St. Pete, people have gathered for over a century seeking a higher purpose and deeper life than they could find alone. We're grateful today for each one of you that you have found your way here and that you have decided to make a commitment to this faith community. We hope that as members of this community, you will allow yourselves to know and to be known, to minister and be ministered to love and be loved by this congregation. So if you're willing, please say the affirmation that I gave you this morning.
I affirm my commitment to this congregation and the responsibilities that it entails. I enter this community willing to grow and ready to serve.
And for the rest of us, the commitment we are making today is at least as great as those joining us. So members and friends of UU St. Pete, if you are willing to open your hearts and minds to these four folks joining us, please recite the congregational response that is printed in one of the handouts in your order of service. Ready? We, the members and friends of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg, welcome you to this congregation. We pledge to be a supportive community that respects who you are and affirms all you can become. Cry with us, laugh with us, work with us.
Together,
We seek the highest good. We are glad that you have found in us a home for your spirit. Welcome to UU St. Pete. Thank you for being here. In a moment, Mimi's going to take two photos, one from this angle, one from that angle. But for now, let's face our chalice and say our covenant that we said at the beginning. First time you've done it as members. Love is the spirit of this church, and spirit its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. All right, we're just going to take a second to take pictures. We'll be right back. Welcome down, Mimi, or Gigi. Yeah, go right there, and we'll all come down here so that you can see us back to the table. So your mark is here. That work? new members get their welcome gifts from the membership team, I invite you to rise as you're willing and able. We have a closing hymn, Come and Go With Me. It's number 1018 in the teal hymnal. Take your time standing up, though, because
come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land where I'm bound. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land where I'm bound. There'll be singing. There'll be singing in that land. There'll be singing in that land. There'll be singing in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There'll be singing in that land. There'll be singing in that land. There'll be singing in that land where I'm bound.
you may be seated, but get ready to sing along. Todd is going to sing our postlude. The words are in your order of service.
I just need a sip of water. So next Sunday night is our big Broadway review in this room. So let's see if we can give them a run for the money with how much song you bring to this. Your words are in your order of service. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and I never lost 1 minute of a sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel, keep on burning, proud Mary, keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis, pumped a lot of tame down in New Orleans, but I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on a riverboat queen. Big wheel, keep on burning, proud Mary, keep on burning, rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. Piano breakdown. come. If you come down to the river, bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry, cause you have no money. People on the river are happy to give. Big wheel, keep on turning. Wild Mary, keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river.
Thank you, Todd. We invite you to follow along with the hand gestures. Light of truth to your head, warmth of love your heart, and fire of courage your fingers. As Gerald Ann Schott extinguishes our chalice. The words to the UUSP's traditional chalice extinguishing are in your order of service. We extinguish this flame,
but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts
and out
in
into
the world. Our worship is over, but our service begins. Please join us for coffee hour and new member welcome cake in Gilmore Hall. I know, cake. Anyone is also welcome to the time with the minister in the library. We hope this time together will help you through your week and will help you remember you are not alone. Blessings.